by 2032, we are likely to have a president who has never run for president before.
Don't you think 2032 is very far? We have elections coming in 2027.
I am a realistic person.
Yes.
I am a realistic person, and you can write somewhere.
Yes.
I am a prophet. Whatever I say will come to pass.
Okay, so now, who is the next president of Kenya? We have Natembeya is your brother from Western part.
And let me tell you an example, by the way. Natembeya is nothing, is nobody. George Natembeya is actually is not a competitor of Musalia or Tangula or William Ruto. Yeah. George Natembeya is my competitor. By 2027, if William Ruto's main competitors are going to be Matiang'i and Natembeya, we can take a holiday. Individual. Some even begin to say, sijui nisafirisha mtu sijui mbinguni sijui wapi. You know.
What can you say about that?
You know, those stories about sijui nisafirisha mtu, those things went before a competent court.
Yes.
They were thrown out. They were thrown out. Yeah. The issues of sijui mislapping who, it has no correlation with my ability to put into perspective public problems and coming up with the proper policies and the development to solve those public problems as if they never existed. There is no correlation. No, there is no correlation. I am not seeking for a position to take people to heaven. You know?
Yes.
You know? So the people of Bungoma are alive to the fact that the only thing that need to be put into consideration when you are evaluating the suitability of an individual being a governor is, does this person have a history of plundering public resources? Does this person have a history of abuse of office? Where you use your office in a manner that is completely an abuse. You use your office only to benefit people from a particular region, particular class. You use your office as an avenue for members of your family to come and do business with you. And I think if that is going to be a guiding principle, then I am the most suitable candidate to be governor of Bungoma. Because my main competitor, who's Wycliffe Wagamati, our former governor for Bungoma, in the last 2 weeks, you saw him, he was marched to the regional offices for ESCC to record a statement on the plundering of public resources that was supposed to improve the life of the people of Bungoma. He was also accused of is being investigated for abuse of office. He used his offices to allow his brothers, including his father, to be the major trading partners with the county where he presided over as governor. You know, you saw a letter from Asset Recovery listing very many companies associated with him under investigation, you know. And he has been moving around saying that I am not suitable. I have never appeared before any investigating agency. I have never appeared before court on matters to do with the plunder of public resources, abuse of office, or economic crimes. You get the point?
Yes.
So the people of Bungoma are providing footage that I think the rest of Kenya should learn from. I don't blame those who are blaming us for stalled projects across many parts of Western Province, because as leaders we must get feedback from our people. Those are the people that we lead. We take those feedback very positively We are aware that Kakamega airstrip is not functional as we speak today.
Yeah.
Matulo airstrip. There is a challenge of expansion of land,
Yes.
and of course building a terminal building where now it can begin to fully function. That one we are fully aware, and I think we are in the budget making cycle as we speak today. Any engagements that we have been having and we will continue to have with our president, with our minister, I want to assure the people of Western Kenya that those engagements and the discussions are not just for drinking tea and eating mandazi. What dominates our discussions is those projects that are of concern, that they have stalled, and I think we exist to solve those problems. And it's only a matter of time that we will have all those problems solved.
Yes, Mheshimiwa. So I've heard that you're talking about young politician being a young politician, the first young Western politician. Maybe like as per you are foreseeing being a governor. Have you seen someone maybe you can appraise to be a Kimilili MP?
You know, I want to tell you and I want to give you facts.
Yes.
The day the people of Kimilili constituency elected me as their member of parliament, they were both excited and worried in equal measure. Some had a lot of hope in me that I will turn around the dwindling development fortunes in the Kimilili constituency. Others, it was a wait and see, because we've never had a member of parliament for Kimilili constituency at the age of 28,
Yes.
and from a party that was not for Kenya.
And then which party was it?
I won on Jubilee Party,
Okay.
and I was the only Jubilee member of parliament from Western Kenya elected to serve on first term.
Congratulations.
All the rest of the members of parliament that we won on Jubilee were either serving their second term or their third term with a strong track record of CDF management. So you may say that they were elected best on the basis of how they have utilized their CDF. So the people overlook matters of their party affiliations. But I had no track record. I only won on hope and the promise of what I will do as a young member of parliament. And from that time, Kimilili constituency has never attracted an old guard in terms of for elective seats. I think the only mzee elected in Kimilili constituency is an MCA from my ward called Kibingei, called Agri Mlongo. I think he's the only old man around, because we felt that while all of us we are young, at least it's good to have one old mzee to at least to guide us.
Yes.
In line with the proverbial Bukusu saying that it says, when you have those, when you ng'ombe zako ni zile kijana unakuwa na moja mzee ya kuonesha njia. And I want also to assure the country that going forward into the future,
Yes.
because of the solid foundation that I set, Kimilili constituency will always elect an average young person. Even
You
now,
have someone in mind after you.
you know, I did Didmus Barasa.
Yes.
Will decide who's the next MP for Kimilili, not by saying you vote for this, but by, from 2017 to date, I have developed a syllabus that the people of Kimilili constituency will use to elect the constituency.
But your support will be fine.
Of course, you know, when I'm running for governor of Bungoma, I will be in a particular political faction. So when I'm in that particular political faction, I am not going to behave like a Catholic priest appointing his or her his deputy from KAG. Yeah, huwezi kuwa na papa paroko ambaye ako na deacon wa kanisa ya Pente. Saa zile papa paroko anaambia wafuasi wake kwamba anachukua divai, anawaambia Yesu akawaambia wanafunzi wake, kunyweni hii kwa kunikumbuka. Na kuchukua sakramenti akasema, kuleni mkate huu kama ishara ya mwili wangu kwa kunikumbuka. Ule deacon ya Pente anashikwa na Roho Mtakatifu.
Yeah, and of course, so Mheshimiwa, since you are elected by the party of Jubilee, and now you've moved to Fort Kenya, right? What can you say about the leadership of our current speaker, our Papa Waroma, Honorable Moses Speaker Wetangula?
I think if you ask me, I was elected by Jubilee, then I went to UDA. I'm a UDA member of parliament.
Yes.
Fort Kenya as a party is not doing well.
Yes.
Because the party leader, who is Speaker Moses Wetangula, I think because of his call for national duty,
Yes.
he has not been available to preside over the affairs of the party in a manner that is required. So I may say that the other leaders of Fort Kenya party have failed.
Yes.
And the party is facing threats from other emerging parties in our region.
Yeah.
And I am aware the party held a meeting a few weeks ago.
Yes.
With a strong view that the party needs to rebrand. And I also maintain that position that Fort Kenya needs to rebrand, otherwise it faces extinction.
So that is because of the absence of our...
Yeah, because our speaker has been very actively on responding to the call of duty, national duty, and the other leaders of the party, the deputy party leaders, the secretary general, and the other people, to me, they have not been up to the task in terms of what kills Fort Kenya is the syndromes of founding members, longest serving members. In politics, if you want to go far, it doesn't matter who was the founding members of the parties. It doesn't matter who has served in this party for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
It matters what value is this person bringing on the table.
Yes.
If this person joined our party in last 1 year, in last 2 years, but the value that is bringing on the table is not even comparable
Yes.
with an individual who say, I have been a member of this party from 1992, from 1990. What value are you adding here?
Yes.
You know, the ability of the party to expand her territories in terms of conquering fresh frontiers, in terms of being attractive and attracting strong political aspirants, doesn't depend on how many members have been the longest serving in this party, but it depends on the relevance of that party at that particular point in time. So time has come when, and history has shown that a political party that has over-reliance, that spends much of their thinking to appease the longest serving members of their party, doesn't go very far.
Okay.
A party that grows very fast in conquering new territories, new frontiers, and being attractive to strong political aspirants is the party that embraces the political dynamics of the day.
Okay.
It matters to me that strong aspirants need to be embraced to come to the party. You know, If I am given resources not just in terms of money, resources in terms of programs, I will not even focus on doing a program to appease those who are always serving in the party. And even when those who are, I want to summarize my discussion by this.
Yes.
Ford Kenya as a party faces extinct if it will continue to embrace those members who say we are longest serving.
Yes.
Those longest serving members are the ones who have been elbowing potential aspirants away from the party.
Yes.
They have continued to be a serious impediment to the growth of the party. The party, a political party, grows not by embracing and salvaging the old age serving members of the party who are threatened by new entrants, but the party grows by embracing aspirants who are popular,
Okay.
even if they were in different rival parties, but they are willing to come.
So
And
you're not
any
talking-
party that tries to cling Ford Kenya as a party, it must stop embracing and trying to salvage the oldest members of the party who are falling, whose positions are threatened
Yes.
by new entrants. The oldest members of the party will not give the party any fresh breath or energy. The people will give the party fresh energy, impetus, so that the party can expand, can have many members of county assemblies, can have more members of parliament, can have more senators and more governors.
Yes.
Are those people who want to join the party for the first time.
It is true.
And the party should even go out and seduce those people who are members of other parties but they have potential to win seats. You bring them on board.
Yes.
If you look at the growth of UDA party, UDA party was a new party. We are always embracing new entrants.
Yes.
We are always poaching players and experts from other teams. Political parties must run like football clubs. Yeah?
Yeah.
Where the dwindling fortunes of Manchester United are resurrected by signing players during transfer window from Real Madrid, from Bournemouth,
Yes.
from Newcastle, so that the team is rejuvenated. Political parties are also rejuvenated by going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mheshimiwa, now coming to your personal life, we see you live
Before that, I just have two questions. You're among the members of parliament who have been championing for young leadership. Do you feel that it is time now for Kenya to have a young president? Number two, we have been having superior leaders from the western part of Kenya who've been in government, previous government. We mentioned Eugene Wamalwa. Right now we're having Saddam Davadi and many others. But the people from western part of Kenya have been saying that they are not well represented in the government and they've been contributing much, but the share that is coming from the government is a bit small. What do you have to say about that?
I think we are going to experience a new wave of leadership in our country very soon. We are going to have a leadership that is going to come from Kibaki and the Uhuru era. And I think I have a strong feeling that by 2032,
yes.
when William Ruto will be retiring as President of Kenya, all those leaders who are cropped up during KANU regime the Kalonzos, name them. They should also plan to retire. They will board the same vehicle.
So speaking of Kalonzo, we can also speak of Honorable Raila Odinga.
I have said,
Yes.
all the leaders that crop up during KANU regime,
Yes.
those who are members of parliament during KANU time, those who are councillors during KANU time, those who are ministers during KANU regime,
Yes.
the leaders who emerged between independence and 2002,
Yes.
they must also begin to work on their retirement package. By 2032, we are likely to have a president who has never run for president before.
Mheshimiwa, don't you think 2032 is very far? We have elections coming in 2027.
I am a realistic person.
Yes.
I am a realistic person, and you can write somewhere.
Yes.
I am a prophet. Whatever I say will come to pass.
Okay, sir, now, who is the
Yeah.
president of Kenya? We have Natembeya, is your brother from Western part.
And let me tell you an example, by the way. Natembeya is nothing, is nobody. George Natembeya is actually is not a competitor of Musalia or Wetangula or William Ruto.
Yeah.
George Natembeya is my competitor.
There are claims that people are saying that they want the president to be Honorable Matiang'i and Natembeya as the running mate. What can you say about that?
If by 2027,
Yes.
if William Ruto's main competitors are going to be Matiang'i and Natembeya,
Yes.
we can take a holiday.
Why?
You know,
Yes.
Natembeya is my competitor.
Yes.
You know, Natembeya and I, we all have ambitions to inherit the remains of the Mlembe nation when Wetangula and Musalia retires.
Yes.
Natembeya is the Kingpin.
The only difference is that Natembeya he want to jump the queue now.
Okay.
He's supposed to queue behind me, and his approach is that he want to jump now. Me, I'm saying there is something we can learn from Musalia and Wetangula by being closer to them, so that we understand what is it that they never did and what is it that they did, because a coin has two sides.
Yes.
So I can learn on it and stand on their shoulders and be able to see as far as where both two of them eyesight reaches and add mine, so that at least I can see far than where the two leaders saw.
Okay.
Natembeya wants to jump the gun. But I want to tell you, I want to pose you a very simple question. The type of political muscle that have grown politically from 2017 to date across this country.
Yes.
You want to compare me with George Natembeya? Stop confusing the arrogance to political kingpinship. Get the point?
Yes.
They are not more than 3 people in our country who can pull a very huge crowd on a very short notice. Natembeya is not one of them. Forget about the crowd that he has been hoodwinking Kenyans to think that he has been pulling. He has not been pulling any crowd. What he has been doing is that he has been hoodwinking the people of Trans Nzoia to come and collect sachets of free seedlings. And those women who will come to collect the seedlings, they will come in by 8 a.m. in the morning. There is an advanced team of George Natembeya that will come to take these women through a rigorous exercise akin to paramilitary training, practicing tawe for like 2 hours. Then the guy will arrive by about 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Now to preside over that paramilitary exercise associated to tawe by closing their hands, tawe, for another 30 minutes. By the time when these women are now given this 2 kg sachet of free seedlings, and they are going home, yes, they are nursing their ribs. Some are very tired, are even sick. You know, I am the only leader from Western who can show up in a market and I pull a crowd of 10,000 people. You know, let me tell you, Kingpin don't announce that I'm the Kingpin. They don't announce. Natembeya is not. Have you ever seen him come to Bungoma? I saw him one day and I even told him, even heavy breathing is not welcome here. You know, and I left with the people. I am the only measure of a Kingpin of Western Kenya is that person who can pull a crowd away from Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. When Raila Amolo Odinga had a meeting in Bungoma, I showed somewhere on a roof and the people followed me. If that is what makes a Kingpin, then the Kingpin is Didmus Barasa, not George Natembeya. George Natembeya is the only thing that I can't compete with him is the arrogance.
Yeah, and of course, a while back we saw Honorable Peter Salasia MP Mumias East on a motion of Ondoa ODM in a Western region tour, and we saw him in your constituency, Kimilili. How are you sitting down with that, with the motion of Ondoa ODM in Western region?
People have different approaches to what they want to achieve. We extincted ODM in Bungoma by not pointing the finger at anybody. In my constituency, there is no ODM at all. You just develop a syllabus by practicing it. You just behave in a manner that you think ODM has behaving to the contrary. You just redefine your development structure and engagement with the people. The other political parties will just fall off. You get the point? And I want you to mark my words. Because of how I have performed as a young member of parliament in Bungoma County, wait for 2027. It will come a time where you will have so many young people in the leadership position